Welcome back, guys, and today the update has dropped, so I'm going to, like always, cover all the G and pack vehicles that are available for this update for ground, obviously. I'm going to compare all three of them, and I'm going to tell you how good they are and which one to pick for your playstyle or for your lineups. So let's jump into it. The first thing I'm going to start off with is the Leopard 2A4M. So this is an 11.3 rank 7 pack vehicle for Germany. Now, for 11.3, its only lineup is the PL. Now, note, 11.3 is an iffy lineup because you do end up getting up-tiered a lot from 11.3 to 11.7. So you are going to mostly fight 11.7 vehicles. So 11.3 technically does not exist in a way because you just get up there to 11.7 99% of the time. There are some rare occasions where you fight 10.0 vehicles, but you'll have still some 11.7s mixture down there as well. So you're never going to you're gonna have a higher chance of getting up tiers rather than down tiers. So think of it as 11.7 rather than 11.3. Okay. Now its main competitor would be the Leopard 2, Panzerbataillon 123. Now, these things are very similar tanks when it comes to the base model. When it comes to gameplay wise, they're also very similar. The main difference is that it's a 2A4 upgraded it's similar to the 2PL really. And also you do get a slightly better round. You do get the American export APDS round, the KEW. And it's an interesting vehicle. If you want to build a lineup, your only other choice is the 2PL, a squadron vehicle, unless you have the 11.3s. Premium wise, you don't have any premium lineup builds here, so you cannot buy other premiums to have a lineup. And besides that, it is quite lonely if you remove the 2PL, and it's your only vehicle. There's no lineups. You're quite high up. You're at the top of the game really. So if you're a new player and you have zero map knowledge, zero awareness of tanks in this BR, their weak spots, how they play, what they do, you're going to suffer a lot. You will have a much better choice to buy the TAM 2 IP, or even, in my personal opinion, this is a really good tank to pick up if you're a new player, the Term 3. The Term 3 is way more beginner friendly. You have a 5-second reload. You will, even if you miss your shots, it will not punish you as hard as, for example, the TAM or the other Leopards that are for sale. So if you're a new player, trust me, you'll thank me. The Term 3 is a much better beginner friendly vehicle than the Leopard 2 or the Leopard 2A4M. Okay? Now, when it comes to vehicle itself, is it worth it to purchase? Yes, it is. It's a great grinder. It's a very good. All Leopards, 99% of Leopard 2 variants are fucking great. They play fantastically. Great mobility, decent armor, amazing traverse on the gun, elevation, depression, good acceleration. It's an overall amazing grinder. You cannot go wrong with a 2A4 or any two Leopard 2 variants. Leopard 1s, yeah, sure. I can see them being a very weak Leopard. Leopard 2s, it's impossible to fucking fail with these things. Okay? You need to try to fail with a Leopard 2 tank. Let's hop on to the next one. So, the next vehicle that they have is going to be for Russia in this case, and that's going to be the TTU E1. So, again, this is a pack vehicle, same BR, rank 7, 11.3 for Russia. Now, this thing is a little copy of the TT UK. It's a copy of the TT UK when it comes to stats, thermals, and I mean, you're just paying for a thermal, really. You're just paying for better thermals. Armor-wise, is the same rounds, same everything. Like any of the other TTUs in this BR, like the TTU, TT UK, and even the T73B is similar. But yeah, to compare it, it's just like the TT UK. And again, this thing falls under the same lineup issue. Now, it does have a bigger lineup. You get 4 vehicles rather than 1 with the Germans. And you also do have access to the squadron vehicle to build up your line. And also you could get the 2S38 and the BMP-2M. So you could have 4 vehicles in this lineup. You would have 1 pack, 1 G, and 2 squadron ones. So you do have a big lineup here if you want to have a lineup at a high BR and tailsman the squadron vehicles as well. So it has a much better overall lineup build opportunity rather than the Leopard 2A4M. When it comes to its gun, when it comes to the vehicle in general, most Soviet vehicles are really easy to kill. I find them as one of the easiest vehicles to kill due to how obvious the weak spots are. You always want to aim at the lower part of the tank to get the ammo rack, and that does make them a bit sad to play. Also, you do have good acceleration with the TATU series, but you have really shit reverse. The gun is decent, it's a 125, you have a decent round, not the best. 3PM46, good spalling, good speed, good velocity, but not it's not the highest pen. The pen really makes it a meh round at this BR, and also remember you're gonna get up to 11.7. The M53 will tear you apart at this fucking stat. So, is it worth it? If you're a new player, T55AM1, like I said before, T55AM1 is a more beginner friendly vehicle. If for whatever reason you don't want the T55AM1 and you have to choose from this fucking shiny lineup, 2S38, unfortunately, due to its model being fixed, it is not a good vehicle. T72AV is a better choice, I guess, and also TTUD. TTU-E1 is quite high up there, but it's worth it, but there are better choices to shop around with. Definitely for a cheaper price, you might as well pick up the TTUD, or if you want fancy thermals, the T72AV terms would be another option. So yeah, do think about other options. There's other options that do compete when it comes to its price range and what it can do. The next vehicle we're gonna cover, and is the final one, is the CV9035DK for Denmark. This thing, oof, boys, I played a couple matches with it. I played 10 games with it, and for 9.7 it's rough. It's really rough for 9.7. So it is a Golden Eagle only vehicle, so it's G only, and it is quite expensive as a G vehicle. Now, it is 9,090 Golden Eagles. Right away, when it comes to other G vehicles, the Leopard A15NO2 is at a similar price range. So you do have a competition there, and you also have the CV9105 and the Christian 2 as an option. In my personal opinion, guys, unfortunately, this thing does not have a decent lineup. Yeah, sure, you can get this and an AA vehicle, but that's really it for 9.7, and you are always going to get up tier to 10.0 with 9.7. It's just how it is. People play 10.0 more than 9.7, so you most of the time you are going to fight 2S38s and other 10.0 pack vehicles and G vehicles. Now, that's the lineup. When it comes to its battle, I personally feel that its turn is very slow compared to other vehicles like the 2S38. It's decent, but it's not the fastest. You do have spore lining, a lot of dead space in here, so you can survive a couple shots. But otherwise, it's okay. When it comes to its rounds, you should go for the default rather than the APDS, because it's 111 millimeters, while this is 116. You can look at this chart and the charts and compare. I personally go with default. 3 out of 5 of my ammo belt. 1 HEIT for low flying planes and drones and etc. that you can't lock on. It does have radar. And then I will take 1 APDS just in case, for whatever reason I would need an APDS round for. Even though the other round is it's better at spawning. In my personal opinion, I noticed that it feels more comfortable on this gun. It's a 35mm, looks like it's an extended barrel, slightly extended barrel variant. The reload rate is 10 seconds between rounds, it's decent. Mobility is okay, it's nothing crazy like the 2S38. It gets there. Apologies, 1 second. Okay. Now, would I suggest purchasing this full price? No. If you really want this thing, wait for the 50% off sales when they apply to this thing. This thing, unfortunately, is not worth it. It's a Golden Eagle vehicle, so no pack, no premium bonuses with this high cost. And also, you do have these two vehicles that do, unfortunately, perform better and are more like they're more easier to use rather than this. Like for example, the 2A4, the Christian 2, is a more it's a better grinder. It's a 2A4. Like I said before, 2A4s you cannot go wrong with a 2A4. You can never go wrong with a 2A4. CB9105. It's on a similar board as the CB9035DK. When it comes to armor, you do not have spall lining, unfortunately, with this thing. Was a huge would make this vehicle 10 times better in my opinion. But you do have a 105 with a 5-second reload, so it's more beginner friendly, I guess, as you do have a faster reload than the average tanks at this BR, and it's higher BRs and lower BRs. So it doesn't punish you that hard for missing. Whilst in this thing, it is really flanking. Flanking is key with this thing, just like in any other IFV that does not have an ATGM. If the tank is facing you directly and it's a Soviet or Chinese tank, forget about penning it from the front. I've been shooting at driver ports, lower plates, multiple times. I'm not getting any penetration, especially if it's more than 250 meters. Forget about it. You are better off just squad pinging him, ping him at the recon feature, and just fucking leave. Scout him and leave. Find someone else to shoot because you're not gonna pen them. Personally, I would suggest going for the Christian 2. It is a better pack vehicle. 2A4, you cannot go wrong with it. Rather than this thing. You also have a better lineup because you can get other 2A4s that you can spade out and increase your fucking incredible lineup, huh? 2A4s, guys, I'm telling you, they're the best fucking vehicle ever. They're great at grinding. Even if you just get these vehicles, talesman it, it's still fucking better. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching and see you the next time, and I hope this helped you out with choosing a vehicle. Again, thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.